पाकिस्तानबाट सुरु भएको एउटा मोबाइल स्कुल हो। यसको लन्चिङ आज हामी नेपालमा गर्दैछौँ र नेपालमा यसको प्रवेश कसरी भयो यो कौतूहलता सबैको हुनसक्छ। जितेन्द्र खतिवडा एकजना जुझारु युवा जसले रेहान स्कुलका फाउन्डर, रेहान फाउन्डेसनका फाउन्डर रेहान अल्लाहवालासँग उहाँको निकै लामो हितैषी सम्बन्धका कारण उहाँहरूकै वार्तालापबाट सुरु भएको एउटा इनिसिएसन हो। नेपालमा यसलाई सुरु गरौँ भन्ने हिसाबले उहाँले सुरु गर्न खोज्नु भएको छ र कुनै कार्यक्रमवश नेपालमा आएको सन्दर्भमा रेहानजीले यो नेपालमा इन्ट्रोड्युस गर्न चाहनु भएको छ र त्यसैको विषयमा केही पत्रकार साथीहरूसँग यो विषयमा जानकारी दिनका लागि रेहान स्कुल वास्तवमै कस्तो स्कुल हो, रेहान स्कुल कसरी नेपालमा आउँछ र रेहान स्कुलको उपयोगिता के हुनसक्छ लगायतका विषयमा आज हामी चर्चा परिचर्चा गर्नेछौँ। म सर्वप्रथम हामीसँग पाकिस्तानबाट उपस्थित हुनुहुने हाम्रा गेस्ट रेहान अल्लाहवालालाई आसन ग्रहणको लागि हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। I would like to request Mr. Rehan Allahwala to have a seat. Thank you. त्यसै गरी नेपालमा रेहान स्कुलसँग सहकारी गर्नका लागि फोर्स नेपाल तत्पर रहेको छ र फोर्स नेपाल र रेहान स्कुल बीच आज सम्झौता पत्रमा समेत हस्ताक्षर हुँदैछ। म यति बेला आसन ग्रहणको लागि फोर्स नेपालका प्रेसिडेन्टलाई हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु, मिस्टर प्रदीप खतिवडा। एकदमै जुझारु युवा प्रदीप खतिवडा जसले चाहिँ विभिन्न सेक्टरमा काम गरिरहनु भएको छ। फोर्स नेपाल संस्थाको प्रेसिडेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ र ओटिएमआर क्याम्पेन पनि लन्च भइरहेको छ। धेरैलाई थाहा होला, थाहा छैन भने पनि केही चाहिँ आज हामी जान्ने प्रयास पनि गर्नेछौँ। त्यस्तै गरी म यति बेला फोर्स नेपालकै सेकेन्ड भाइस प्रेसिडेन्ट प्रतिमा गुरुङलाई पनि आसन गर्नको लागि हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। त्यस्तै गरी हामीमाझ आयो नेपाल एसोसिएसन अफ युथ अर्गनाइजेसन अफ नेपालका प्रेसिडेन्ट हुनुहुन्छ देवेन्द्र भारद्वाजजीलाई पनि म आसन ग्रहणको लागि हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। Last but not the least, we also have the person who has taken this grand initiative to introduce Rehan School in Nepal. I would like to request Mr. Jitendra Khatiwada to have a seat. र उपस्थित सम्पूर्ण साथीहरूलाई आफ्नो स्थानमा आसन ग्रहण गर्नुहुन हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। अमूल्य समय खर्चिरहनु भएको छ, म एकदमै आभार प्रकट गर्दछु। सँगसँगै क्षमा याचना गर्दछु कार्यक्रम ढिलो सुरुवात भएकोमा। त्यसका लागि म हार्दिक अनुरोध गर्दछु। Can we have a look at the videos
for being part of this definitely great initiative which Jitu and all these people, this Force Nepal team has taken. Has anybody heard of Rehan School before? Do you understand? Do you know what it is? Can you raise hands if you know? Okay, one gentleman knows. Has anybody here been to school? Nobody has been to school? Can you raise hand if you've been to school before? Only one person? Two? Anybody else been to school? Nobody? So, have you been to school, sir? Yes? No? No? Yes? Going now? So, was school fun for you guys? Was it fun for you? Did you enjoy yourself going to school? Did you wake up every morning and say, I want to go to school? Did you do that?
Only on Fridays.
Only on Fridays. Okay, what about the rest of the days?
I was reluctant.
You were reluctant to go to school. So, why were you reluctant, may I ask?
I'm sorry?
Why were you reluctant to go to school, if I may ask?
It was because I never loved teachers.
You never loved your teachers? Oh
Yes.
my God, there's one teacher.
As a child.
As a child, okay. Now you love them all?
I do love them.
That's great. So why didn't you love them?
I was really not fascinated towards the way they used to guide us through.
And
At times.
if you were asked, and you're now 7, and how would you like to learn? What kind of teachers would you like?
I would like to learn the way I used to do on Fridays. I used to play a lot. I used to have fun with my colleagues. So I would love to learn that way.
So you wanted to have fun going to school?
Yes.
Would everybody else agree? Would it be fun to go to school if it was fun? Yeah, would you rather get up 7 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock and saying, I want to go to school because it's so much fun? No? No, still nobody wants to go. So the purpose of, I want to take you through a story of why we started this initiative and why are we doing what we're doing. So you understand and you can relate, because there's a story behind everything which everybody does. When I was young, when I was in school, I hated going to school also because it was not fun. It was not fun to study. I flunked 1 year in a subject which I was so good at that I used to check papers of other students on the request of my teacher. So I failed in maths in class 7, whereas in class 3 and 4 I used to teach the students in the same subject, and I was always getting 99 or 100 out of 100 in everything in maths. But all of a sudden something happened in class 7 and I flunked. I had to repeat a year of school because I failed in maths. And I blamed the teacher, which was at that time teaching me at that time. And I would never forget her, of course, because she helped me fail 1 year. And but she was not enjoying herself. And I think anybody of you who's here who is not enjoying doing what you're doing in your life would not excel in it, would not become the Kohinoor Hira, the best of the best in the world, the Sachin Tendulkar of that game which you're playing. So I wanted to create a system where, at that time when I was in school, I used to plan, what can I do to fix this? So I think I was supposed to be a handyman. I'm supposed to fix everything. I am always trying to fix everything. And at that time, I used to think there should be an election in the school. And the students should have a way to kick out the teachers who are really bad. And if they're bad teachers, they should not be being teachers. So I was always thinking how to fix issues. So now I have a son who is 5. Around a year and a half ago, he came to me and he said, Daddy, I have a new poem for you. Would you like to listen to it? And I said, sure, go ahead. And he said, twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder, and finished. I was like, what? What was that all about? And I couldn't understand what he was saying. And I was I don't know what to say. I was sad that he was going to a school which was supposedly good, and he still did not know he was not probably having fun learning that poem. So by chance, the week after that, I met the administrator of that school where he goes to. And I have been creating videos for many things. I'll show you some videos for many things. And I thought, why don't we create a video which could assist the teacher to teach the poems which he wanted to learn. And instead of the teacher breaking the leg of the English, we can ask an English person to actually teach, just like a book helps us. And the teacher could just play the video on the mobile phone, and then they can just play the video, and the teacher can just assist instead of trying to teach in their own accent. Do you know why we speak English the way we speak? Anybody here knows how we don't speak like Americans, we don't speak like English people, we have their own Nepalese and Indian accent. Do you know why we do that? So 200 years ago, when the English started to come here, Sahibs started to come here, they wanted their servants and people here to speak English. So they put ads and they looked for teachers in UK who can come here and teach English. And it turned out that nobody wanted to come to India, but only an area called Welsh in the UK started to come. And now we have a Welsh English accent, which is something very different than the normal English. Even the English don't understand Welsh. So we have a very different accent because of that reason, because our teachers are very different. So having said that, there's now, if you go to rehanschool.com and look at poems section, there's a Twinkle Twinkle Little Star that we created, and which is very different than you would imagine learning. So that's how I thought of it. So I actually went to the principal. I'm sorry, I forgot. When we went to the principal and I said, "Can I help you make these videos at free of charge, and you can use them in your school and use them to educate students?" And he declined. He said, "We'll think about it." And when somebody tells you, when you give somebody a good idea and they decline, what happens to you? How do you feel like that? How do you feel? If you go to the Prime Minister and say, "This will fix your problem," but they say, "Okay, bye-bye," how do you feel? You feel bad. So I didn't feel bad, but I thought, okay, well, he doesn't understand it. Let's see how we can fix it ourselves. So I texted my assistant saying, "Let's buy rehanschool.com and start building a school." And a month later, we had the entire school from nursery to metric, because it was all on YouTube already. We just gathered everything and we posted it there. And a month later, we had the entire school system ready, up and running. We also created some of our own content, which we posted there. And 6 months later, I went to the best marketing company in Pakistan and I asked them, "We want to now tell people that it's available. Why don't you go and use it?" And he suggested that we should not focus on the entire school system because it's too much of a content. We should focus on basic literacy, because 50 to 70% of our countries in this part of South Asia, don't even know how to read their own name. They die reading the wrong medicine's name, and they can't even read the street signs or nothing. They can't even vote because they can't read, so they have to have like a signature, like a bat ball or a sign in order to vote. That's the reason, because they understand what is a bat, what is a ball, but they don't know how to read the name of the gentleman who is under that bat or ball. So they don't really have a clue what's going on. So that's how we focused on ourselves on basic literacy. And now I'd like to play a small video which explains a little bit why we're doing what we're doing. So the focus went from just my own children to the children of the world. The beautiful part of the internet is that you can change the world through it. If 4 people in this room decided tomorrow to go and fix a problem, you could become the next Google, you could become the next Facebook, you could become the next Instagram, you could become anything you want to become. If 4 of you just sat together, 4 from different backgrounds, and decided you will not give up till you fixed every single road in Nepal. You can fix it. How you will fix it? You have Big Brother Google, you have YouTube, you have LinkedIn, you have Facebook to make the connections. You can start gathering and you can start talking to these people who are actually helping, who are there to serve, but they don't know how also themselves. You go and talk to the government officers, most of the time they wouldn't know what to do also. So you can be the binding force to help them. So coming back to the
RehanSchool.com is a complete free of charge mobile-based education system targeted to the 2 billion illiterate people of the world. We are making basic literacy educational content so that everyone in the world can read their names, signboards, newspapers, and books. We're taking the celebrities of the world and requesting them to teach the basic literacy in their language so that the content is more fun than education. And education comes as a byproduct to them, without people thinking that they're actually learning. These videos can be played on basic $12 mobile phones without the internet. This school comes from Pakistan, where 140 million Pakistanis cannot read or write any language. In India, 700 million do not know how to read their name. And now, Rehan School can teach them how to read in 3 months for free, using the existing commonly used devices. We request you to have a look at our website, our Facebook page, and help us spread the idea around. You can link to our website from your website. You can print our posters and give them away, or just talk about us to whoever you can. We want everyone in the world to have a basic education so that they can distinguish between right and wrong for themselves. RehanSchool.com, a project of Rehan Foundation.
कहते हैं कि पाकिस्तान में 140 मिलियन ऐसे लोग रहते हैं जो अपना नाम भी नहीं लिख सकते। आइंस्टाइन कहते हैं कि हर दफा एक ही तारीख नेटवर्क तैयार करने के बाद मुख्तलिफ नताइज की तवक्को करी जाए तो सही नहीं है। हमने सोचा क्यों ना कुछ ऐसा करें कि सारा मुल्क कम से कम अपना नाम तो ले सके, साइन बोर्ड तो पढ़ सके। तो हमने बनाया रेहान को। हमने सोचा कि तालीम ऐसी होनी चाहिए कि लोग खुद इसकी तरफ भाग कर आए। तो हमने मशहूर लोगों से गुजारिश करी कि आप उस्ताद बन जाएं और आएं, मिलकर सबको पढ़ाएं। हमने ऐसी छोटी छोटी फिल्में बनाई जो कि हर उस फोन पर चल सकती हों जिस पर गाने चल सकते हों, जो कि 12 करोड़ इस मुल्क में पहले से मौजूद हैं। ये फिल्में पाकिस्तान के हर छोटे बड़े शहर और गांव की CD, DVD और मोबाइल की दुकानों पर दस्तयाब है। आए, मिलकर सारे मुल्क को पढ़ाएं रेहान को।
Yesterday over here, it costed us 1,600 rupees. There's another phone available for 1,200 rupees. This one had a longer warranty, so we bought Nepal phone. So, and it does not require internet to use this because we're using DVDs to distribute content.
मोबाइल में आएगा कैसे? इसका तरीका बहुत आसान है। रेहान स्कूल को हमने 10,000 पाकिस्तान की DVD और मोबाइल की दुकानों तक पहुंचा दिया है। इसको पहुंचाने का काम CD बैंक वालों ने किया है, जो कि इसके डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर हैं। किसी भी ऐसे आदमी जिसके मोबाइल के ऊपर माधुरी के गाने चल सकते हो या कोई और गाना चल सकता हो या कोई फिल्म चल सकती हो, उस फोन के ऊपर रेहान स्कूल चल सकता है। अब आपने ये बताना है उस आदमी को जिसको हम रेहान स्कूल करवाना चाहते हैं कि अपने करीबी मोबाइल की दुकान पे जाएं और जाने के बाद उसको बोलें कि मेरे फ़ोन में रेहान स्कूल की वीडियोस डाल दो। जब आप उसको ये बात बोलेंगे तो वो मोबाइल लेकर इस फॉर्मेट के हिसाब से जो उस मोबाइल पे फिल्में चल सकती होंगी, फिल्में डाल देंगे। फिल्में डालने के बाद वो साथी अपने पास घर आके या जब फारिग होते हों, गाड़ी में बैठे हों, तो वो उस फिल्मों को देखकर बेसिक हिज्जे सीख सकें। ये तरीक़ाकार है मोबाइल के ऊपर रेहान स्कूल करवाने का। अगर कोई और सवाल हो तो आप हमारे नंबर पे कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं। अगर उस दुकान पे जिस पे आप गए और उस पर रेहान स्कूल अवेलेबल ना हो तो आप इस नंबर पे फ़ोन कर CD बैंक वालों को कंप्लेन कर सकते हैं और CD बैंक वाले उस दुकान तक उस DVD को पहुंचवा देंगे। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया। आए, मिलकर सारे मुल्क को पढ़ाएं रेहान को।
You can come here and help me translate and any questions you have, because if you are not going to ask questions, it means you understood everything. That means I'm amazing, which I'm not. So please ask questions. If you have anything you don't understand, please do ask. Ask in Nepali, that's fine, so I can explain better. So as you saw here, the distributor was CD Bank, and now here in Nepal, the distributor will be Force Nepal, will be assisting us, and we will be getting the DVDs available nationwide. If anybody has a problem, they will call Force Nepal, and they